What's going on, you guys? AvrielR32 here, and I apologize in advance right now if I happen to be talking very fast in this video. It's because that I tried to record this one time already, and I was 6 minutes in, and the recording crapped out on me. I don't know why I decided to record it through YouTube's webcam recording thing. It never works. But anyway, we're using it in Movie Maker now, so it'll definitely work way better. But what I want to talk to you guys about today was the fat shaming video that Nicole Arbour made about a couple days ago, and that Boogie2988 responded to. It has a lot of people talking about it, a lot of buzz on the internet about it. And as of me making this recording right now, because I was trying to pull, trying to pull up Nicole's video to see how many views it had, because I watched it earlier today, and her channel was taken down. I saw a video from this guy, didn't watch it, but I saw the title and said that Nicole Arbour's channel was taken down due to that fat shaming video that she made. In case you don't know the title of it, was called Dear Fat People. And she was close. When I watched the video, she had like 99,000 subs, 99 and some change, and she was close to over 100,000 subscribers. And so she was probably making a decently good living. I mean, with 100,000 subs, you can make a decent living off of YouTube. She's making no more of a living now, and I don't know if she'll be able to get her channel back, because I've never lost a YouTube channel before, so I don't know how that works out. I don't know if she'll be able to appeal it. I don't know how it's going to work. But yeah, she lost her channel. I watched Boogie's video a couple days ago, and then earlier today I watched Nicole's video, just seeing kind of what she had said that was so offensive, and I definitely saw what it was. And then I watched Keemstar's video, and then he said that Boogie and Nicole would come on the show the next day, which this is from a day before that he made the video. So they're probably on the show like right now or later today, whatever the case may be, to discuss and debate the whole fat shaming thing. But in case you guys didn't see the video, essentially what Nicole was trying to get across was the fact that a lot of fat people don't take responsibility for their weight. They don't. They want people to accommodate to them, more like fat acceptance thing. Like apparently that goes all over on Tumblr. Like Monday Matt said, I just got done watching Monday Matt's video about it. And also, quick side note for those of you who are going to probably be asking me why I'm making this video when I'm not really in the comedic slash people and blog scene of YouTube. To be honest, I mean, there are a lot of fat guys in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, people say all the time, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players stink, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are fat, this and that, whatever. I mean, hell, I can go to a regional and I'll see at least 20 fat dudes sitting there with their ass crack hanging out, and it's nasty. Like, it's nasty. There's no other words to describe it. It's nasty. And so those kind of guys, though, they don't really care. It's not really a topic that ever comes up in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, but it's still something that I kind of want to throw my hat into the ring about and discuss. Because I've never really been overweight per se. I've just, at times throughout my life, I haven't grown into my body yet, so I kind of looked, maybe a little bit more chunky, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so in Nicole's video, she discussed, she was trying to be funny, obviously. For starters, like she says near the end of the video, I'm a selfish person, I want you to be able to be around. So she was trying to, make it sound funny, but like Monday Matt said, she was trying too hard, and I agree, she did seem to be trying too hard. But the one thing that I think is, or actually that everybody did find controversial, was the fact that when she was talking about when she was getting on a flight, she was talking about this family of overweight people. And she said that they cut her in line because they couldn't stand as long as other people could. So then she was a little bit late for her flight. Well, almost late for her flight, I should say. So she's running. She said she was like sweating bullets, and then she sees this fat family, overweight family, pull up in this golf cart. They were escorted. They're on a golf cart. And so she was like, really? I just had to run. So she gets on her plane, sits down in her seat, and the flight attendant comes over and says, excuse me, but we have a family getting on board with a disability. Would you mind moving your seat? She says, sure. Sits down. The family with the disability comes in, and it's the overweight family. And then, in her words, and I quote, the fat kid sits next to me, and his fat is literally on my lap. And so that is what caused the whole splurge of controversy that everybody is now talking about, and it's blowing up the internet. So yeah, I mean, we've kind of seen this before with other things where like people have said controversial things that their channels have been deleted. A perfect example of this is of Tommy Sotomayor, where he kind of covered a similar video, but in the sense of it was more talking about fat acceptance, where this black woman, she was overweight, and she was in high school at the time, and she became the prom queen. But the thing was, even though that she became the prom queen, she was voted based more upon people feeling sorry for her, and more on the bias side because of that. And so because of that, Tommy Sotomayor covered the story. And for those of you who watch Tommy Sotomayor, like TNN Raw and all that, then you guys know what I'm talking about, and you know how he can be. So yeah, so he went off on this chick. He's like, "Look at that fat bitch! Look at this bitch!" And this and that, and they got that channel of his shut down. Now, granted, he has like 20 other channels, so it didn't really bother him at all. He didn't really care. He's used to it. It happens to him all the time, apparently. But it's stuff like that that gets YouTube channels taken down, and this is another example of that with the whole fat shaming thing. It got taken down. Boogie covered it and talked about it, and he said that he's no longer friends with her. Me personally, which is what I want to get into now, which is in the original recording, I was at about the same spot, like 552. But the whole thing that I'm at it with is that I try to have a mutual perspective on everything. Like I said earlier in the video, I've never really been fat. I've been more chunky than anything because I've never really been able to grow it on my body, and now I'm 18 years old with a 4-pack. I mean, I'm not trying to show off, but I'm not like other Yu-Gi-Oh players that may be more overweight and that don't take care of themselves. Now, granted, Yu-Gi-Oh players are the type of guys who they don't really care. I mean, it's their life. They don't really care. Other Yu-Gi-Oh players, they don't care so long as they don't rank or stink, or if you've got some Febreze, then you're good to go. Shout out to Spoofy on that. But yeah, it's something that never really comes up, but it's something that I wanted to talk about too, and like I said, just to kind of give my opinion on it, because I've seen a couple videos where people have said their opinion, like Boogie obviously wasn't okay with it. Monday Matt was kind of not, he said he really likes Boogie and he understands where Boogie's coming from, but he thinks that Nicole Arbor's video wasn't meant for people like Boogie. It was meant more for the people that think that you should change to help accommodate them when they're overweight and they're not taking responsibility for their weight. Obviously Boogie tries hard to get his weight down. But like, let's say you take someone, we'll name a random person, she obviously doesn't exist, Jillian Bananas. Jillian Bananas is 500 pounds, she doesn't take care of herself, and she wants to be fat accepted. She feels that if she can't get through a front door of a business, she's going to be the person that says that this is discrimination because my fat self can't get through the door. That's just kind of how some people are, unfortunately, because they don't want to take responsibility for how they've handled their lives. But you also have to keep in mind, like I said, with my neutral perspective, some people, they can't control it. Some people are born through genetics to have a fatter body, with a bigger body. Even Monday Matt, that's basically what Monday Matt said in his video, was that when he grew up into his body, he happened to have a broader, I guess you could say a broader body, but not like a fit broader body. He's kind of more on the bigger side. But then, of course, he talked about like how his dad's side of the family had like heart issues and all that stuff. My perspective is that I've never really been fat per se, so I obviously can't relate to this. I am, what is considered skinny in today's world, and I take care of myself. I run, I work out, I do whatever it is I need to do in order to keep my body at a low weight amount. Obviously, I think the heaviest I've ever been in my life was like 160. Like 160, 165, something like that. That was my freshman year of high school. And then I did track and field that year, and I lost 15 pounds. And then I was like 140, and I've been like 140, 145 ever since. So that's definitely where my huge weight loss came from, was doing track and field. So if you want to lose weight, do track and field. But seriously, though, I think this whole fat shaming thing is just, I think it's a waste of time, because people are going to do whatever they want. As for whose side I'm on, I don't know Nicole Arbor. I know that Monday Matt said that, she's basically a smaller Jenna Marbles, and I agree. Like, she really is she was a smaller Jenna Marbles. And she was obviously trying to be funny. I could tell that. Of course, not everybody's going to be able to tell that. But, these kind of things happen, and her channel got shut down for it. So, unfortunately for you, Nicole, you have lost your income, and you've lost your subscriber base, you've lost your following. And as for Boogie, he's getting a lot of traction for it. I'm not saying he's trying to like get traction off of it, but his channel's still around, obviously. But I feel that just with these kind of situations, you really have to word it carefully, and that's kind of why I've been very, I guess you could say, slow-minded on this video because I'm trying to make sure I word everything correctly because I don't want any sort of haters of, you know, whoever to come at me, or you know, people that really love, like, say, Boogie or Nicole, come at me and be like, oh, and yeah, just like keyboard warrior all over the place. But you know, I know I'm gonna probably get hate for it just because of the fact I'm in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and it's not really something that's honestly covered at all in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I mean, other than if someone's ranting about how every single Yu-Gi-Oh player at their regional, their ass crack was hanging out. Um, yeah, that stuff is disgusting. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player and you do that, get your pants up, dog. Like, no one wants to see that crack. It's nasty. But yeah, and Febreze is your best friend at events. Just saying. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think about all this drama in the comments down below. Be interesting to hear what you think. I'm not going to turn off my likes and dislikes bar in the comments like Nicole Arbor did on her video, which is now gone, obviously. But yeah, so it's blowing up the internet. I say, who cares? And I say, you know, if you're one of those people, you know, I gotta side with Boogie because I do think it's a bit ridiculous. I think people should just be able to live their lives. But other than that, wasn't targeting me, so I don't really care. But for people that are fat accepting, you need to take charge of your life. But I think I just got to go with Boogie, to be honest, because I don't know, maybe Nicole just kind of worded it wrong. I don't know. She was trying to be funny too hard. So I'm kind of with Boogie, but at the same time I'm neutral. So thank you guys for watching as always.